midnight haze, chasing shadows in the darkest maze. Footsteps echo in the empty hall, mysteries waiting on our call. Bigfoot stomping through the pines, aliens sending secret signs. EVPs in the dead of night, ghosts dancing in the pale moonlight. Paranormal for what we bring it to you. Truth behind the veil, gotta pursue you.
All right.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
Sitting here grooving out to that song.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Got a good show tonight, don't we?
Oh, man. This is going to be great.
Gonna be great.
Great.
Creepy.
And you know, just tell Bessie here needs to run a little bit faster.
Yeah. Or she gonna be pork chop, not pork chops, but rib eyes.
Uh-huh. Poor thing. Her eyeball's going to be missing.
I hope everybody's doing okay out there in podcast land, video land, whatever.
Everybody that's listening to this land.
Yes.
So tonight we're going to be talking about what, Jason? Cattle mutilations, right?
Cattle mutilations. The silent slaughter. Conspiracy, cults, or something else.
I think something else. I think cults have definitely taken a big hit for it. I do not think that they're to blame.
No.
Now I do think that, you know, on the conspiracy side of it, that there may be some governmental agencies doing it. You know, some people talk about the fact that somehow they may be doing it to test to see how, you know, like viral things or anything that they're doing is going through the meat or through the process of, you know, or DNA stuff.
I think it's cover. I think they're doing a good job covering it up with the real reason.
Ow.
So,
home.
Yeah. I mean, why? It's been going on since what, the 50s?
50s.
That they've recorded it.
Yes.
That they just figured it out. Hey, something's happening.
And it's weird because it's always the same thing, right? It's always pretty much the same parts that are missing.
Yeah.
The animals are always bloodless.
Bloodless.
But there's no tracks, no anything to where these animals are. And
sometimes, you know,
other predators will not eat them.
Yeah, and sometimes it looks like they fell.
Right. Yeah.
Just
they'll have
right
like,
out of the sky.
Yeah. They'll have broken legs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
And there's even been times where, like on Skinwalker Ranch. Hey, bird dog.
What's up, bird dog?
There's sometimes like where on Skinwalker, you know, way back in the day. Hello, Mary. Where they had just looked at those cows not even 20 minutes before.
Right.
And everything was perfectly okay with them. They come back 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, and this has been done to them.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So the concept of cattle mutilations, it refers to, if you don't know, a reoccurring phenomenon involving the surgical removal of organs from livestock, primarily cattle. And a lot of, every time it's under unusual circumstances.
Yeah.
So these cases have been reported across various regions, particularly in the United States, and they have generated a wide range of theories.
Yeah.
We're going to go through some of the theories.
So some of the theories, natural predators. So some researchers argue that natural predators and scavengers combined with decomposition can explain the observed characteristics.
What do you call a cow that's had an abortion?
Oh, man. I have no idea. What do you call it?
What is it? Bird dog.
I'm on the edge of my seat now.
We're waiting. Time is ticking.
Dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee.
Bird dog. Bird dog. What do you call it?
He's
Okay,
gonna make us
we'll
wait.
get
That's what he's
back
gonna
to
do. See, this is what it is. It's called make you guys. How long are
Yeah.
you gonna wait? That's what it's called. Others are human activity. So theories that involve human perpetrators, ranging from cults to individuals with specialized skills. What kind of specialized skills would that be? Isn't that weird, huh? Like specialized. I have a specialized skill. I can cut
I
out
mean,
ears, tongue, eyes, and genitals really quick.
Yeah, and there won't be no blood.
Yeah,
That ain't possible.
because I'm a vampire.
You know, it could be, you know, our good friend that's on the radio a lot. Could be interdimensional vampires
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
sucking the blood out of our cows.
That's it. Yes. Or it could be extraterrestrial involvement. Now, this theory suggests that extraterrestrial beings are responsible for the mutilations, often linked to research or experimentation. I think that that's possible.
Yeah.
I think that's the best possibility. That's what I'll say.
Decaffeinated.
Decaffeinated. Ha ha ha. That's good.
Decaffeinated.
That's funny.
So
You
there
got
are
everybody laughing.
there is, you know, some good researcher out there that does some very good research.
Yeah, Linda Moulton Howe's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. She's an investigative journalist known for her extensive research into the cattle mutilation phenomena. Her works focused on the idea that these mutilations are not the result of natural predators or typical human activity, but they involve extraterrestrial phenomena.
Phenomenal.
So her theory in the extraterrestrial origin is her central theory is that some, if not many, cattle mutilations are the work of extraterrestrial beings. Hello, Shell. She suggests that these beings are conducting biological research or harvesting biological materials from the animals. So there's a lot of surgical precision involved with this. She says that the precise surgical-like nature of the incisions found on the mutilated animals, and this precision, she argues, is beyond the capabilities of known predators or human perpetrators.
Yeah, I heard one pathologist say that hello, Christina, that the tools used to cut off the organs and all that stuff was heated to over 1,000 degrees.
Like a laser cutter.
Yeah, they were perfectly cauterized wounds.
Yeah, I don't think they had that in the 50s.
That's what that pathologist said, was that this is tools that we don't have.
That is crazy. I mean, what else could it be?
Right. It's interesting.
Also, the selective removal of just specific organs, like the reproductive organs, they're gone.
Right.
The tongue, the eyes, and she believes that these organs are being targeted for specific purposes by these extraterrestrials. Maybe they like the way it tastes. Could be the reptilians.
Hey, you know, lingua is good.
Yeah. Never tried it.
It's good. If you've never had lingua, you need to try it.
So the consistent absence of blood at the mutilation sites and the lack of tracks, like David was talking about, no signs of struggle, they support her theory. And she argues that these factors indicate the use of advanced technologies.
Yep.
It is.
Yes.
So she also explored the possibility of government complicity. Or not.
Oh no, Roy, what do you call a cow that stops giving milk?
A dead one. She suggests that there may be a cover up surrounding the mutilations.
A utter loss. This is dad joke night, isn't it? We're gonna have to open up dad joke night.
So her research often draws connections between cattle mutilation and UFO sightings, and it suggests a correlation between the two phenomena. So she's got a documentary out if you want to watch it. It's called The Strange Harvest.
It's good.
And she's got a book out called An Alien Harvest. And if you like stuff like this, go check her out. She's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Been around forever.
Yes. Yep. She has. She's a guest on Coast to Coast AM all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, absolutely. So, the persistent correlation between the reported UFO sightings and instances of cattle mutilations has served as a cornerstone for this extraterrestrial hypothesis. Now, this connection, often cited by researchers and enthusiasts alike, suggests a potential link between unexplained aerial phenomena and the bizarre surgically precise removal of organs from livestock. Now, the temporal and spatial proximity of these events has fueled speculation that something beyond terrestrial understanding is at play.
Yeah, I do believe that.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't really get into cattle mutilation until Skinwalker Ranch came on. I didn't even know about it, really.
You never listened to
I didn't.
Coast to Coast?
I did, but I never listened to that particular, episode. I know she's been on Coast to Coast.
A ton. Probably one of the guests that's been on more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Now, core argument on the observation areas experience a surge in cattle mutilation cases frequently report a corresponding increase in UFO sightings. So witnesses often describe unusual lights, silent aerial craft, and anomalous aerial maneuvers in the vicinity of the affected ranches or pastures. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So this overlap in reported phenomena has led many to believe that the two are not merely coincidental, but rather manifestations of a single unified phenomena, which that's what it would seem to suggest to me, is that they're one and the same.
Yeah.
If you see a lot of foxes and all of a sudden you start having chickens going missing, you're not going to say that the dogs next door did it.
Right.
You're going to say, those dang foxes got in the hen house, right? So it makes sense.
Yeah, I think on one episode of the Skinwalker Ranch where the cow was down and it died.
Oh yeah, then they saw way up there that object
UAP, and then it was in the same spot that something else happened to one of their animals. But it's pretty wild. I mean, something's definitely going on.
Right. Absolutely.
Of course, I hope I can believe TV.
Oh, TV can't steer you wrong,
right,
Jason? Come on now. They can't add anything in,
I don't know. It's totally all true.
It's not like it's live,
right? They could have put that cow there and
CGI'd it all in.
Yeah,
but
I thought it was weird that all that happened, correlated with everything else happening.
Right. Yeah.
Even the frequency
Oh yeah.
got crazy when that happened.
Yeah. That frequency thing that they have going on there is interesting. I would like to test that out one day.
Yeah.
That would be interesting and fun, I think. So, proponents of the extraterrestrial theory posit that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations are conducting biological research here on Earth, and they utilize cattle as subjects. Now, is that not weird?
Mm-hmm.
I postulate something for you.
Postulate.
I'm postulating right now. Are
Okay.
you ready?
Yeah.
So, that's cool and all, but we have just here in America like 200 or 300 and something thousand people go missing every year.
Mm-hmm.
Who's to say that they're not doing the same thing to humans?
Right.
That's why we have all these people missing.
What is our main food source?
I mean,
Would you say a cow? I mean, we get
we
milk,
eat a lot of beef.
We eat beef. We eat milk. We drink milk.
We eat milk too, cheese.
I mean, maybe they're needing it for themselves to grow some, some of the biological stuff, and they're cloning cows. We can already do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the reptilians.
I think they're eating their eyes. They like their eyes.
I think the reptilians
have
hungry.
They have eye tacos, lingua tacos,
I think they're riding around in their little UFO cruising. Oh man, I'm getting hungry. Let's go to this drive through.
I know a spot that's got the best
Yes.
cows ever.
Man, them eyeballs are so good.
Uh,
What do you think? Yeah, that could be.
Why not?
You never know.
Yeah, I can see it. I mean, come on. If we get hungry and it's 2:00 in the morning, where do you go?
McDonald's. Or
McDonald's.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the pastors are always open. So
Yeah. It's funny.
it is. I mean, it could really be what's happening, and we just think it's a joke. But
Right.
it'd be crazy if it really was.
One of these years, they're going to come out and they're going to be like, "So, I really love your cows."
Those tacos with them eyeballs in it are so good, but my wife fixes them.
We put them in our drinks, and
Yeah.
precise nature of these experiments remains a point of intense speculation, with theories ranging from genetic sampling to psychological studies. The clean, surgical-like removal of organs, often with a lack of blood at the scene, suggests a level of technological sophistication far beyond current human capabilities. Or could it not be that they are, like poor Bessie here, going to get beamed up? They drain their blood and everything there. And then when they bring them back, no blood at the scene.
Maybe they're like to drink the blood.
There's a lot of cultures in the world that still do that. Blood pudding is a fact in a lot of cultures around the world. Seriously.
I do think it's extraterrestrials doing this. Who in their right mind could do something like this?
Who says they're in their right mind?
And leave no blood.
Well, that's what I'm saying though, is I think that these things are beamed up. We're taking aboard, and what's done is done to them, and then they're just.
Yeah, because a lot of people thought they might have been cauterizing the wounds, but there's no blood left in the body at all, and it's not on the ground.
Right. That's what. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it makes me believe that they're brought somewhere else, done whatever they've done to them, and then put them back, and then look at that. There's no blood in the body, but there's also no blood on the ground.
Yeah. Weird.
Yep. It went through the recycler.
Fava bean. Let's have some eyeball and blood soup.
Might be good.
Might be.
If you're a reptilian, there's All right.
There's so many could be explanations.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially with the uterus and stuff being cut out and the udders. Maybe they have a a milk factory they're working on and they're trying to produce milk.
How does this work?
Yeah. They're sitting there going,
That's it. Have you seen the things on like YouTube where they're doing that to cats?
yeah.
Shooting straight in the cat's mouth.
No, seriously, I know we've been joking around a lot, but this is a real thing. So
Well, I mean, it's fun to be able to joke about it, but it is. I mean, you know, how would you like to be these cattlemen and stuff that you lose? Sometimes they've lost, you know, half their herd.
yeah.
You know, sometimes it's one or two or three, but I mean, you've still got a lot of money and everything tied up into these animals.
Yeah, you've fed them, you've got money in their food,
You purchased them.
medicine,
Yeah.
and then they just disappear.
Yep.
Nothing left.
Yep.
Can't even eat the meat.
Nope. Well, I mean, scavengers most of the time won't even eat the
Yeah,
meat.
they won't even. They might have filled them with some kind of
Formaldehyde.
maybe. I don't know. It'd be interesting to investigate mutilation. I wonder if there's any around.
Actually, speaking of that, I was at Legends and Lore this weekend.
Legends and Lore.
Actually, it was
Pizzeria.
Friday. And Eddie came up to me, and his neighbor has cows, and something has been getting to him. And he hasn't been able to figure out what.
So is it killing them?
Yes.
Hmm.
But it's not taking any meat. It's just killing them.
Yeah, that sounds like something that's really pissed off that wants just to kill.
Dog
taking
man,
no meat.
Dog man, yeah.
Maybe,
not taking no meat. They're not eating nothing. Nothing's getting predated on. Yeah.
But there is blood and stuff.
I don't know if there was or not. I'll have to talk to him again about it. Get more details.
Yeah.
But I wanting to, maybe we could go and set up.
Get the new trail cam out.
Yes. You know what's funny though is that they do see a UFO over there quite often. They filmed it.
I mean, they need to check it out and see if it's left any, any cuts, if anything's missing from the cow.
Yeah, eyes.
A lot of people say that the crows and the vultures get the eyeballs first. But I don't know.
I don't know. From some of the things I've seen, it looks like they were surgically cut. Because
Yeah,
I mean even the
perfect.
skin and everything around it's gone.
Even the ears.
Yeah. The lips and everything are gone.
Well, while we're talking about it, let me just show a video of one. What do you think?
Oh, Roger says the party's going to begin. He's here.
All right.
And he's got root beer.
So this may be a little disturbing to you.
Yes.
It's a video that I looked up, and
remember, this is not our video.
No, it's not.
We do not claim this video, but it is about this subject.
Yeah,
you can kind of get to see a little bit about what this is.
Yeah, this is the Unexplained Files. It's a video they had. I'm gonna add it.
Yep.
And we're gonna play it. So just short.
On a cattle ranch, that's not unusual.
First, I thought it just died naturally, and then I got closer to it, and I could see it wasn't natural. The eyes were gone, the tongue was gone, the ears were gone, the sex organs were cut out. It's just kind of weird.
He notified the local sheriff, who came out to take a look, but there was nothing he could do. The case was shelved, but it remains a disturbing mystery.
I guess one of the strangest things is the laser cuts. Why is there no blood? How come body parts aren't strung around?
In 62 years of farming, Tom had never seen anything like this. Predators don't normally leave a carcass intact and drink nearly 11 gallons, 40 liters of blood. And yet, farmers all over the world are reporting similar mutilations.
So,
Crazy.
yeah, that's crazy.
That's, I mean, did you see the perfect incisions even around the eyes? Like
Yeah.
the hide is even gone.
And you didn't see a drop of blood.
Well, he said, how much was that? 11 gallons?
Yeah. I think it was, what, 40 quarts, did he say? 40
40,
pints?
46 liters, I think.
Or something like that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Woo. Yes. Yummy. That makes you want to eat dinner. I'm hungry. We had
It's the
burgers.
Russians, I tell you. It's what Roy says.
Them dang Ruskies.
Could be. Could be them German Foo Fighters, too. But the notion that UFOs are used to transport and manipulate the animals is another key component of the extraterrestrial theory. Witnesses have occasionally reported seeing livestock being lifted into the air.
Oh, see, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. That would be to see something like that. But there's witnesses that have seen it. Some have observed unusual lights hovering over the fields where mutilations later occur. So this suggests that the aerial crafts may be directly involved in this process and serving both as a transportation and the operational platform.
Yep. I believe that that's what they do. Take them on board and just do it all there. Then you
Yeah.
have no blood evidence or anything left.
Yeah, the lack of terrestrial explanations that fully account for the observed phenomena further strengthen the extraterrestrial hypothesis. So while natural predators and scavengers can explain some, they fall to account for the precise surgical-like nature of organ removals and the consistent lack of blood. The absence of tracks or other signs of human or animal involvement also raises questions about the validity of conventional explanations.
Right.
So the FBI have investigated this, and while thorough, they have yielded no conclusions. The lack of concrete physical evidence and the difficulty in obtaining reliable witnesses' testimony have hampered efforts to identify a terrestrial culprit. And the lack of closure has left the field open for alternative theories, including the ET hypothesis. So the continued persistence of cattle mutilation cases, together with ongoing UFO sightings, has maintained the relevance of the extraterrestrial theory. Despite a lot of skepticism from mainstream science, the evidence and the lack of satisfactory conventional explanations have kept the theory alive.
Yep. Well, I mean, I say give me a terrestrial theory then,
Yeah.
because I can't think of one. Not that can not only do what's been done to it, but just the fact of where did all the blood go? If it's something terrestrial, where did all the blood go?
Right.
What happened to all the blood? Just that one aspect. Could we have someone that's decent with a knife cutting stuff off? Whatever, you know. But at the same time, just where's the blood? Just that one thing. Where's the blood? And like you said, where the fact that sometimes it seems like they've been dropped.
Mhm.
There's no disturbance as far as, you know, cars, tires, you know, any kind of tracks whatsoever at these sites. So how's it happening?
Not even tracks of animals.
Right. And the fact, like what most of the time what happens is that predators will not even prey upon it after it's dead.
Yeah.
You know, most of the time after an animal dies, that's when things are gonna come and take care of it. That's what happens in nature, you know. But these things will just sit out there and rot. But nothing will eat it. Nothing will touch it.
It's interesting.
Yeah. So the extraterrestrial theory also feeds the public's fascination with the unknown and the possibility of alien life. The mystery surrounding cattle mutilations provides a compelling narrative that resonates with the broader cultural interests in UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters. It taps into primal fears and curiosities about what lies beyond our current understanding. Now, the lack of evidence, while frustrating for investigators, has also allowed for a wide range of speculative theories to persist. Without definitive proof to refute the extraterrestrial hypothesis, it does remain a viable, albeit controversial, explanation for the cattle mutilation phenomenon. Now, the debate that surrounds this mutilations and UFOs highlights the limitations of current scientific understanding when confronted with anomalous phenomena. It underscores the need for open-minded inquiry and willingness to consider the other explanations, even those that challenge conventional wisdom. Now, while this theory lacks conclusive proof, it does provide a framework for understanding the seemingly inexplicable. It offers a potential explanation for the precise organ removals, the lack of blood, and the correlation with UFO sightings, which I think that right there should be enough proof, you know. And you can't tell me that our government doesn't keep up with, especially UFOs and stuff like that, because we all know that they're watching them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's also rooted in the perceived inadequacy of official explanations. So many individuals feel that government agencies and scientific institutions have failed to adequately address the cattle mutilation phenomenon, leading to a sense of distrust and a willingness to embrace alternative narratives.
Well, you know, I think that the reason they don't do that is because they already know.
Mm-hmm.
They want people, they know what's going on. I do believe. I just cover it up. I believe it.
Yeah.
No doubt. I mean, they just want people to grasp for things, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense. Hide the truth and make everybody else speculate.
Yep.
When you already know the truth.
Yep. What does it matter if you know the truth? I mean, maybe somebody has the truth that's spilling their beans, but
Roy says it's Dracula, alien, psycho.
maybe interdimensional vampires.
I think maybe that can be.
Yeah.
You never know.
So this the extraterrestrial hypothesis also benefits from the inherent mystery surrounding UFOs. You know, a lot of times the lack of definite answers about the nature and origin of these this phenomena creates a fertile ground for speculation.
Mm-hmm.
And the connection between UFOs and cattle mutilation.
Mutilation.
You like that word?
I like it.
It remains complex and kind of like a puzzle. While the extraterrestrial theory offers a more compelling explanation,
Right.
it is ultimately one that requires further investigation. And I do think that, don't you?
Yeah. Focused energy weapons testing to see if they can target specific organs. HARP.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe.
Hey, I won't say no to that because I think that they do have the ability to do some things like that.
So the debate surrounding the connection of UFOs and cattle mutilations, it highlights the challenges of investigating the phenomena.
Phenomena.
So
Do, 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 do.
the lack of controlled
Do,
experiments
do, do, do.
and the reliance on anecdotal evidence make it difficult to draw a conclusion.
Yep.
So the ongoing interest in this reflects a broader culture with the unknown. It speaks to our curiosity. What do you think? Our curiosity about the universe. What? What did he say? What did it's wondering, Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Oh. So this theory, while controversial, serves as a reminder that there are still many mysteries that remain unsolved. It underscores the importance of maintaining an open mind and exploring all the possibilities, even those that seem crazy.
And a lot of them do. Seem crazy to me.
So the correlation of UFO sightings with cattle mutilations serves to keep the conversation active, even decades after the initial reports. The consistency of these cases, even across various geographical locations, keep a lot of researchers looking for a more definitive answer. We're going to talk about 5 of the top cases in
Mutilations.
mutilation. Mutilation.
So in the 70s, witnessed a surge of cattle mutilations across the American West. Now, this created a wave of fear and intrigue that gripped rural communities. The sheer number of cases, coupled with the bizarre nature of the findings, this pushed it into the national spotlight. Ranchers, already facing the challenges of their livelihood, were confronted with a new unsettling threat. The pattern that emerged was disturbingly consistent, which set it apart from typical livestock predation.
So this was in the 70s.
70s. Yep. Now, the hallmark of these mutilations was the precision of the cuts. Organs were removed with surgical accuracy, leaving behind clean, bloodless incisions. Now, this was in stark contrast to the ragged tears and bloody scenes left by natural predators like coyotes or mountain lions. Now, the targeted organs were often reproductive organs, tongues, eyes, which suggests a specific purpose beyond simple feeding. Right?
Unless you really like those. They taste great.
I know. Lingua tastes really good. I think this is a commercial for Lingua now. This selectively fueled speculation about the motives behind the mutilations. Now, adding to the mystery was the complete absence of tracks, any signs of struggle, and the animals were found lying undisturbed as if they had been carefully placed. There were no footprints, tire tracks, or other indications of human or animal activity. Now, this absence of evidence made conventional explanations such as human perpetrators or natural predators difficult to accept. Law enforcement agencies were overwhelmed by the sheer volume of these cases and the lack of leads. They struggled to find a logical explanation for the mutilations, and the lack of physical evidence made traditional investigation methods ineffective. Now, this mystery deepened as the cases persisted. There were no arrests and no concrete answers that were coming forward. So, what happens when there's nothing else happening? Theories start abounding, right?
Yeah.
People start making things up.
Yeah. I seen him over there.
I
Yeah.
say it.
That thing had the
2 heads
biggest,
and 8 arms and 4 legs, and
was a
it was
flying
Shiva.
purple people eater.
That's it. Theories began to proliferate, ranging from satanic cults to government experiments. However, the most persistent and controversial theory was that the mutilations were the work of extraterrestrials. And they get the bad rap for everything, don't they?
Yeah, it could. I mean, what else could it be?
I think it's interdimensional vampires.
Yeah, that's what it was. We need Jeff on here.
We do, don't we? The precise cuts, the lack of blood, and the absence of tracks were seen as evidence of advanced technology beyond human capability. Now, this theory, though dismissed by many, did gain traction among those seeking explanation for the inexplicable. The media played a significant role in amplifying the mystery. Newspapers, television reports, highlighting the bizarre nature of these mutilations. And it was a lot of coverage on it.
Yeah. And you got to realize this is the 70s.
Yeah.
You know, it's people were different back then.
Yeah.
They believed it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Now, this coverage, while raising awareness, also contributed to the growing sense of fear and paranoia in rural communities. Ranchers became increasingly vigilant. They armed themselves and patrolled their land in search of the unknown perpetrators. And the economic impact of the mutilations was substantial. Ranchers suffered significant losses both in terms of livestock and peace of mind. The fear and uncertainty surrounding the phenomena created a climax of anxiety that affected the entire community. Now, the cost of replacing lost animals, coupled with the increased security measures, placed a heavy burden on already struggling ranchers. Despite numerous investigations and theories, the 1970s wave of cattle mutilations remains largely unsolved. The lack of evidence, the conflicting accounts, and this phenomena, though less frequent today, continues to intrigue and baffle researchers and investigators. Now, this was a testament to the power of the unexplained. It does highlight that the human fascination with the unknown and the links to which we will go to find answers to perplexing mysteries. This case is a reminder that there still are phenomena that defy easy explanation, challenges our understanding of the world around us. So it's, people are still talking about this, still to this day. And so I don't know. I mean, I think that all these cases are pretty much defy explanation.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was from the 50s all the way on up. But I think that what happened in the 70s was just a huge mass amount of them that just happened across the United States at one time. That was just very unexplainable. Hello, Stephen.
Hey, Stephen. We're doing good.
We're doing good. How you doing?
Yeah, you need to tune in more. We'd like to hear from you, see what you got to say.
Yeah.
We're talking about cattle mutilation.
Mutilations.
Mutilation, that's the same thing.
We're mutilization in it.
Yeah, I like that word.
Utilization.
So the Dulce, New Mexico cases. Dulce, New Mexico, is a small town nestled in the
Jacarla
Apache Reservation. And it has become a focal point for cattle mutilation cases. I can't get that word out of my head. Particularly those linked to the theories of extraterrestrials. The region's remote location and rugged terrain have contributed to its reputation as a hotspot for the unexplained. The town's proximity to alleged underground facilities. That's further fueled speculation about the origins of the mutilations.
Yeah,
I got it right that time.
There's a few shows out about Dulce and its underground bases that are believed to be both humans and extraterrestrials working in those bases.
That poor belted Galloway in the background is going to go for a ride.
Yes. Poor little girl. I don't know. I told Jason before the show starts, I hope she could hurry up and jump on in with us, driving along.
Yeah.
Get in, Bassett. Get in. She ain't gonna have fun. I'm just gonna say that.
No.
And she then at the end of it, she still won't be steaks.
No.
Dang it.
So the cases reported in the Dulce area, they exhibit the same characteristics of those from the 70s. Precise bloodless incisions, removal of specific organs, and the lack of tracks or any signs of a struggle. However, the Dulce cases are often intertwined with claims of UFO sightings and alleged underground bases. So this connection to extraterrestrial activity has become a defining feature of the region's mutilation mystery.
Before this is over with, you're going to be really good at that word, mutilation.
Mutilization of cattle. Hey, that's a word.
Yep, you just made it up.
So the alleged underground facilities near Dulce have become a central part of the conspiracy theory surrounding the mutilations. Right? I got it right.
You're doing good.
So these facilities,
I'm proud of you.
So these facilities are said to be involved in secret government projects and collaborations with extraterrestrial beings. I think I actually think they're feeding them, the reptilians. What do you think?
I think that it's definitely happening for sure.
Yeah. So the mutilations, according to the theories, are a part of, experiments or a byproduct of the alien presence. David was talking about one here that he heard about.
Yeah. Eddie was talking to him, and his neighbor is having cattle that's getting killed, but not predated on. So no predators are eating it or anything like that. And that's weird, that we are doing this show. And he told me that yesterday.
Yeah, that's wild. And
yeah.
I'm the one that came up with the show and you didn't know nothing about.
Nuh-uh. Yeah.
And David's sitting over here already getting information.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Space dude's got to have those prime ribs. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I say yes, some prime ribs.
Oh, yeah. Medium rare.
Big old thick cut steaks.
20-ounce prime rib slab. That'd be good right now, wouldn't it? Let's go. So the lack of official explanations and the secrecy surrounding the alleged facilities, that's kind of fueled public distrust and suspicion. Local residents in Dulce have reported seeing unusual lights and hearing strange noises in the area, adding to the mystery. So the combination of cattle mutilations, and alleged alien activity has created a unique and unsettling atmosphere in Dulce.
Roy says, give a shout out to Elon for rescuing the astronauts.
Well, way to go, Elon.
He did a good job.
Yep. Thank you. So some theories involving these cases in Dulce often cite the advanced surgical precision.
Mm-hmm.
And it, I mean, they think it's evidence for alien technology. The clean, bloodless cuts, the removal of the organs, it just goes on and on.
I don't think that it's beyond human capabilities.
No.
I mean,
I think we would be a little more messy.
yeah.
I don't think, unless you actually was doing it to fuel the fire, you know what I mean?
Right.
So Stephen Watson, in the years we raised cattle, he can think of one time they had a calf they found dead with the eyes removed and circle holes cut into the rump of the
Calf, maybe.
calf. I don't remember anything ever coming to scavenging on it.
Well, and that's one of the things too, is that in these mutilation cases, there's no blood, like Jason said, and all these things have been removed, but nothing ever touches the carcasses. Ever. It's like the scavengers won't even touch it. They're like, they smell something or there's something different about it.
It's kind of weird.
Maybe they take the original. Maybe that is the one that they created and put it back in its place with the pieces missing.
Yeah, maybe it didn't.
Maybe they still got Bessie up there trying to figure out, how to make a good one.
Yeah.
Just got back from the Mexican restaurant. Oh,
sounds good. I ate McDonald's today.
I made my special. Wink, wink. Roy says it's demonic. Maybe.
I think it's aliens.
Aliens.
But I'm not going to say aliens.
Wink, wink. Hint, hint.
Aliens.
That's what I've been saying this whole time, Stephen. With the lingua.
Yeah.
That's why the tongues are missing, because they're making lingua out of it.
Lingua tacos.
Yes.
I've never tried it, but I've heard it's great.
It is. Tongue is awesome. It almost
just don't tell me what it is, and I will try it.
It almost melts in your mouth.
Yeah, I've heard it did.
Yeah, it's good.
So the Dulce cases have attracted the attention of a lot of UFO researchers and conspiracy theorists from around the world. The town's become a pilgrimage site for those keep seeking answers to the mutilation mystery and the alien presence. So this influx of visitors has added to the town's mystique and notoriety. Also, local law enforcement agencies have struggled to address the cases, often dismissing them as the work of natural predators or human perpetrators. However, there's no evidence of that.
That's funny too, how they keep going back to that, even though there's no evidence for it. And you'd see evidence for that. I mean, 100%. If something had come and killed it, whether it be human or animal, there'd be evidence for it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right.
It's just crazy how it happens. So the cases have become a symbol.
Only Oscar. That's what that missing blood does make it difficult. And I also say that with not only the blood being missing, but then there's no blood at the evidence at all. Like there's no blood at the scene either. There was something that pumped all that blood out. Or like we was talking about earlier, the animal was moved somewhere else, had all the blood removed or whatever, and then put back into, back into place where it was actually found at the end of it.
Yeah, because
But there are a lot of cultures here in the world that does eat blood and drink blood.
Yeah, but it seems like if you was an investigator, you would see that the jugular was pierced and drained.
Or a needle put into it.
How did they not? They can't tell what happened.
On those places, you'd hang them.
Yeah.
And bleed them. So then you're, going to bleed it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it started with the this started in the 50s, I think.
Yeah, in the 50s.
Actual reports of it.
Right. When they actually started bringing out the reports of it. Yeah.
So these cases become a symbol of the intersection between the unexplained and the extraterrestrial.
Roy says it's a real life phenomena.
They highlight the fascination of UFOs and
phenomena.
The belief that
yeah,
it
is pretty strange about how long that this has been going on that we know of. And as far as the parts that's missing, the bloodless scenes, as far as I know, that's never changed.
Yeah, it's the same thing every time.
Right.
Weird. And the same people can't be doing it. I mean, if it's human.
It's the same interdimensional vampires.
Lord have mercy. They're going to suck the blood out of our young. All right, we're ready for the next one, I think. Yeah.
So, the 2017 Oregon cases.
Oregon. You want to take a quick break?
We can. Does everybody want to go a break?
Yeah, we got about 3 more cases of what we're going to talk about, but we're going to take a quick break so we can wet the whistle.
I thought I've had these parts they take, for lack of better words. If you think about it, we use some bovine parts as human. It's like swine is used as well. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. I mean, and then what's their makeup? They may use more of the bovine parts than we can. It's possible. The eyes, though, they always take the eyes.
Yes, they love the eyeball tacos.
Maybe they just put them in put them in their drink so they can float around and look at them.
I'm convinced it's some kind of meat-eating reptilian alien that gets hungry.
Yeah. The tissue that's missing would be where you'd find disease.
Oh.
But why return the animal? Right. Exactly. And then why would you return the animal? I mean, once you take it. Put that on a cracker, dude.
Yeah. That's money, dude. That guy cracks me up. Come here, Mr. Cracker Holder. Put that on a cracker.
That's funny.
So we're going to take a quick break.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back to Oregon.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the Oregon mystery.
Cases in Oregon.
Don't go away. Please stay and listen to our wonderful band, Catalyst, and our little commercial of the pizza place.
Yeah, Legends and Lore. I was there yesterday.
Yeah. So we'll be right back in about 4 minutes.
In the heart of Madisonville, Tennessee, lies a pizzeria like no other. Step through the door of Legends and Lore Pizzeria and be transported to a realm where paranormal and cryptid encounters along with mouth-watering pizza go hand in hand. Meet Eddie and his crew, who serve up slices of the supernatural along with the best pies in town. With the walls adorned with eerie artifacts, Indulge in piping hot slices that melt in your mouth and tease your taste buds. And it's not just the locals who love the incredible pizza. Legends and Lore has been selected as the best pizza joint in all of Monroe County. As lovers of everything pizza and the paranormal, the owners have mastered the art of crafting unforgettable combinations that will leave you wanting more. To stay connected with this mystical eatery, follow Legends and Lore Pizzeria on Facebook, where tales of their latest creations and upcoming specials will be shared. Make sure to browse their custom menu, featuring legendary pizzas like the Chupacabra Ranch and the Exorcist. So, whether you have an appetite for the supernatural or simply seek the best pizza in town, Legends and Lore is the place to be. Come for the unforgettable flavors, stay for the captivating stories, and find yourself in a world where legends and pizza collide.
What if the world we know is merely a fraction of reality? What if there are forces, entities, and phenomena that exist just beyond our comprehension in the shadows of the unknown? Welcome to Paranormal 411, your gateway to the unexplained and the downright chilling.
Get ready to rock with the electrifying sound of Catalyst, a band that's sure to leave you wanting more. With their powerful lyrics and killer riffs, Catalyst is a great sound in the world of rock music. You can listen and find Catalyst on Bandcamp, or go to the link at paranormal411.org and click on their banner.
Well.
Hey, we're back.
We're back, everybody.
That was,
And I just wanted to say to everybody,
yeah.
we have a book out, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore, Edition 2.
Yes.
It's an awesome book. If you don't have one, you need one in your life. I know you do. Thank you, Shell. You need this book.
Yep.
Get it. Where, Jason? Where can you get this book?
You can get that book on Amazon, as far as I know.
Yep.
But we've seen it on quite a few.
Yeah, last week, or no, it was Thursday's show, wasn't it?
We've seen it on like Books A Million and all kinds of places. So apparently you can get it there too.
Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? You could also go to paranormal411.org and click the link and buy the book.
Yeah.
And so
Arcane Discoveries says, has anyone put thought into why a lot of these mutilations cases kind like with people that disappear and never seen again? Also, you see this a lot more in the mid to western USA.
Yep. I've Roy says he's seen the one in the yard sale. That's funny. You know, arcane discoveries. That's something that we were talking about a little bit earlier too, wasn't it, Jason?
Yeah.
It's funny that I think here in America we have, I think it's somewhere like 200,000 people go missing that are never found a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big city, a big town, you know, and worth of people just every year.
Yeah.
Why can't it be that they're getting abducted and just not being brought back?
Maybe they eat the whole body. I'm into this eating people.
I'm telling you.
Eating cows and eating
Only
people.
Oscar says that's a lot of missing. Yeah, it's a ton of missing people a year. It's really crazy when you start looking into the amount of missing people that go missing and are never found again.
Maybe cows just don't taste the same as people.
Maybe cow eyes don't taste as good as,
Yeah.
or taste better than people eyes.
No, I think there's a difference between the animal and the human. I believe
That's what I was just about to say. Arcane discoveries, missing 411. I think what David Paulides talks about and stuff like that has a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
Sure. Only Oscar says was thinking the same thing. Yep. Makes
sense.
It does. Yeah. I was actually just about to say something about David Paulides and missing 411. That's I think Arcane Discoveries, you are a mind reader.
Look, he's got a new word too.
What?
Mutilational.
Multinational.
Oh, I thought it said mutilational.
Multinational map.
I thought he said, I would like to overlap a mutilational map. What about that? That sounds good too.
Okay, I like it, Jason. Let's go with that.
Yes.
We will go with that. Yeah, only Oscars, his map is pretty scary because this year Jason and I plan on doing a few outings to some places looking for Bigfoot and some dog man and stuff like that this year. So
yeah, we're researching a few places. Hopefully we'll get to go. That's right, Roy. Way to go.
He's got to work, dude. I got to work on my spelling. That's all right. No one here is gonna judge you. No one here.
We create new words constantly.
Every day.
Yeah, Randy, we plan on going like camping for a day overnight somewhere and doing some Bigfoot investigations.
Yep.
So
Land between the lakes.
Yeah.
For sure. We've got some places that we've been told are good places to go in the Smoky Mountains. So too many margaritas. Yes.
Faces in the Stone says the North Carolina Bigfoot event. He was hoping to come out too. So wonder when that is. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah, we've never been to that one. We go to the Bigfoot one in Gatlinburg every year.
Yeah, in Townsend. So there
Randy says, please, LBL.
Yeah, we might take a trip. I got to buy a generator first because we're going deep.
Well, I can start looking. Oh, Faces. That's the one, Gatlinburg. You know, Faces, about every year, we usually give tickets away.
Yeah, we do.
Almost every year we give tickets away. We might have some again this year. So, and we've given them away every year. 2 years that we've given away, the people we gave them to never showed up.
Yep. So we give them to the people at the gate and told them to give them to somebody coming in.
Yep. If you sell out, you've got 2 more.
Oh, yeah.
But the Gatlinburg one is really fun. And the one in Townsend's really, really good too. So All right. So we're going to start on the 2017 Oregon cases. Now, a tranquility of an Oregon ranch was shattered by the discovery of 5 dead bulls. Now, they were victims of what appeared to be the classic cattle mutilation. Okay, you've got me saying it now. Mutilations. See what happens? See what happens? Man, the incident occurring in Harney County brought the unsettling phenomenon back into the spotlight, which reminded the world that the mystery persisted. Now, this ranch, which was a remote and isolated property, was a scene of a perplexing investigation. The bulls were found with the same disturbing characteristics. Their reproductive organs, tongues had been removed with precision surgical-like cuts. There was the absence of blood at the scene, and there was a lack of any tracks or signs of struggle. It was as if the animals had been carefully operated on and then left to lie undisturbed.
That's weird that there was 5 of them.
Yeah. So I've heard some crazy stories of the LBL.
Involving some coon hunters finding their dogs' heads on a stick and be worried about Whistling Jack. Also
Dogman. Yes, there's a lot of Dogman stuff. There's been some unexplained deaths there. And a lot of Dogman sightings. Yeah, so
if we go, we're going to be
packing.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you can have firearms in a national park.
Yes, you can. You can't have rifles. You can have pistols. Well, I mean, if you're hunting, they do have hunting in national parks too, though. So, yes, Dogman. Yep, want to see it. Randy says. It says my job is done here. I have corrupted the speech. It is all right. Oh, that's hilarious. Now, there was a lack of tracks or struggle. It was as if the animals had been carefully operated on and then left there to be lie undisturbed. Now, the Harney County Sheriff's Office launched an investigation, but again, no physical evidence. The absence of tracks ruled out traditional predators. The precise nature of the cut suggested a level of skill beyond that of a novice. And the case quickly became a source of frustration for investigators who struggled to find any leads. Now, the ranch owner was pretty troubled by the incident, and he offered a pretty substantial reward for information leading to the apprehension of the perpetrators. Now, the reward, however, failed to produce any concrete leads. The case remained unsolved, which added to the growing list of unexplained cattle mutilations. Now, these cattle mutilations had a lack of clear explanation that fueled speculation about the involvement of unconventional forces. What would that be? UFOs?
Mm-hmm.
These theories range from humans with specialized skills to extraterrestrial involvement.
Yeah.
You know, the government. I've heard the government on a lot of them too.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that that's a very big possibility.
Yeah, like only Oscar said those parts of the anatomy is where disease starts.
Right.
So maybe, the government is trying to find out if they're diseased or, I don't know.
They may be flying the UFO.
Might be.
That's possible. I think we have some that we fly.
Oh yeah.
With that being said, as far as the disease part of it, the blood too, right? Because if you have a disease or anything like that, your white blood cells are going to be up. White blood count's going to be up because it's going to be fighting whatever it is. So, yeah, I'm on board with that. Maybe that's what the aliens want to know too. how good is their, ability to fight off
Right.
disease?
Never know. We could be working with them, which
Probably are.
is a big conspiracy already.
Mm-hmm.
Many projects. So I would say there's a lot of truth in that.
Yep. Yep. So again, there's no clear motive or anything. How good is their beef?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe it's the owner of Wendy's.
Oh, that'd be, where's the beef?
Oh.
um,
So there was a few cases in Texas too in 2000 last year.
yep, 2023, 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
5 now.
Well, yeah, 2 years ago almost. So the 2023 cattle mutilation cases in Texas, specifically in Madison, Brazos, and Robertson counties, they brought the unsettling phenomena back into the national spotlight. The incidents occurring in relatively close proximity displayed the classic hallmarks of the mystery. Precise, bloodless incisions, removal of specific organs, lack of predator activity, and these recent occurrences of these cases underscores the enduring nature of the cattle mutilation phenomenon. So, like the others, they involved the removal of tongues, the genitalia, with surgical precision, like a Judy chop.
Oh no, not a Judy chop.
Not a half cocked Judy chop, but a whole cocked Judy
Oh
chop.
man, that's gonna take it off.
Oh, it left investigators stunned and perplexed. So Arcane Discovery says, wonder if the precision of the cuts on ancient stone and the precision of the mutilations are connected in some way. Maybe.
No mistakes. Yeah. Yep. Or maybe it's,
the same people that made those.
Yep. It's, you press a button and it just, the machine does it. AI.
Yeah. There was a religion that bathed themselves in cow blood.
Yep.
Hmm.
Like I said, there's a lot that drink it and cook with it.
Yeah. So these mutilations, I have to think about that.
Roy says, I hear alien sounds here. Never mind. It's Marianne. You're going to get in trouble, Roy.
These animals, have appeared to have been carefully operated on with no indication of a violent event. This level of precision, it raises a lot of questions about the tools and techniques used in them.
Take it, put it on, hit a button, and the AI goes beep, beep.
Yeah. There was even the Animal Legal Defense Fund offered rewards for the information in these incidents.
That's interesting.
Yeah, this level of attention underscored the public's concern surrounding the mutilations and the desire to find answers. The reward offered a potential avenue for uncovering new leads and bringing the perpetrators to justice. Local law enforcement, their agencies faced a lot of challenges in investigating the Texas cases, the lack of evidence, physical evidence, along with the bizarre nature of the mutilations, made it difficult to establish a clear line of inquiry. So the absence of the traditional crime scene indicators further complicated that the investigation, leaving the investigators with very limited options.
Yep.
Yeah. Seems that these animals are clean before returning. Yeah.
Yep. Because they do seem to be awfully clean for, being outside animals. Yep. Roy says, if I had made an educated guess, our government is involved.
Yeah.
And that's very, very, very possible, Roy. For like what only Oscar said earlier, looking for disease or anything like that in these animals.
So the lack of, evidence, it just pushes people more toward the extraterrestrial phenomena. It pushes me.
Phenomena.
So the media coverage of the Texas cases brought, this phenomenon back into the public conscious. The reports highlighted the bizarre nature and the lack of progress in the investigation. So, the renewed attention was a reminder that all this stuff still happens, and even in today's time.
Yep. Arcane Discovery says, how often are there autopsies done? I wonder if there are more connections rather than just the visual of the cuts. I think there is. And a lot of times they do autopsies on these animals and they can't figure out a reason for death, that they just died, that they were just dead. Besides the fact that they had organs and things like that missing, but there was no precursors to say that it was one thing or another that caused this animal to be deceased. I know that that's come up quite a few times. And only Oscars ask, is this happening to only commercial ranchers? And actually, there has been many cases of them finding like deer and other wild game like that also having the same thing done to it. It's not found as often because they're wild, and sometimes these are hunters that come across these things, or they're on the side of the road and crews come to clean up the animals off the side of the roads and they notice that these things have been done. But they have also seen these in other things besides just cattle. Yeah. And that was a good question. Yeah.
Maybe we are testing a interstellar transport method, and this is what comes back.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Could
be.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no.
So, the Texas cases highlighted the ongoing challenges of investigating cattle mutilations. We keep reiterating the lack of evidence, the precise
Like
nature
Doom.
of
Yeah.
the incisions. So, I mean, whenever we might find out one day, but
Maybe when our government finally says, hey, look, extraterrestrials do exist and they like cow eyeballs.
Yeah.
And cow genitalia and tongue and lips. Cow lips must be good. I don't know. I haven't eaten that taco. And cow ears. So there was a 1979 Arkansas case. Was there's a theory about how these UFO encounters and stuff could be possible for the CWD outbreak in deer. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. So the cattle mutilation that happened in Arkansas in 1979 had widespread occurrences across multiple counties. Now, this geographic spread indicated that the phenomenon was not just limited to isolated incidents, but rather represented a more extensive and coordinated pattern. The sheer number of cases reported in Arkansas during this period amplified the sense of unease and the mystery that surrounded these things. They also, the exact same thing again, displayed the familiar characteristics of cattle mutilations: precise bloodless incisions, removal of specific organs, and lack of traditional predator activity. Now, the consistency of these patterns across multiple locations suggest a common source or method. Now, this uniformity added to the complexity of the investigation and fueled speculation about the perpetrators. So, the widespread nature of these cases in Arkansas pose significant challenges for law enforcement agencies. Of course. Why? Because no evidence.
Right.
What's everyone say? Utter.
The whole show is utter ridiculous.
That's funny.
Yeah, Bird Dog. We'll remember that.
It's all right. That's all
Yeah.
right. We won't hold it against you, Roy. But again, you know, it had a lot of media coverage that contributed to, you know, everything going on as far as spreading the information around, because otherwise it wouldn't happen. And all the same things happen as far as it goes. People believed it was human perpetrators or extraterrestrial involvements.
Yeah, but this particular these events in Arkansas,
Mhm.
it says it's like a coordinated effort.
Right, because it happened at the same time in multiple areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing that's different about it, is that it was like it was coordinated.
Yeah, it had to be either done by a group of people or humans in the government, maybe, or a group of extraterrestrials.
Or maybe they're interdimensional and they did all the same places at the same time.
You know, we are living in the past, present, and future.
All at the same time.
Yes.
The past doesn't exist and the future doesn't exist, only the now.
Mm-hmm.
We live in the now. Can we catch these diseases from eating the meat?
I think so. Some of them.
I think they test a lot of the animals here, like when you shoot a deer and stuff like that. They're supposed to actually test the animals before they let you take them.
Yeah.
Just for that chronic wasting disease, which is pretty much the same thing as mad cow disease.
Yeah.
By the way, this is just mad cow disease in deer. That's what it is. Or it's not in our visual light spectrum. That's very possible too. Only Oscars. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty neat that all these things happen across all these different places, but they all line up exactly the same, pretty much bloodless, perfect incisions and cuts, you know. And some of these, you know, these people get into the fact that, you know, these things are even cut with something that's really hot because it almost cauterizes as it cuts.
And you would have to think that it's the same group doing it.
Yeah, because
it's all exactly
the same. Yeah, exactly. Yes, like laser cuts, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, the one in the 50s and 60s were saying that it was done with tools we don't have yet.
Yeah.
We can't replicate the way that this was done. So that's pretty interesting, but you know, from a physician standpoint to be able to say something like that.
Yeah, I like what Steven said too about the the ancient ruins, how they were. Was it Machu Picchu or the one that's got those
Oh yeah, yeah.
looks like laser cuts and can't even put a piece of paper or anything or hair between them.
Yep.
It's cut so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Freaking sharks with freaking laser beams. $1 million. That's funny. So these cases exemplify the complexities of the phenomena and the difficulties in finding a solution to the mystery.
The mystery
This mystery
of interdimensional vampires, blood-sucking interdimensional vampires.
interdimensional
They're
vampires.
coming for your children.
We do not have a laser knife.
I think we do now.
Laser knives?
They have laser, maybe not a knife, but they have laser surgery. I've seen videos of it.
Have you?
Yeah, because it kind of cauterizes the
Incision?
yeah.
That's insane. So as we confront the unsettling reality of cattle mutilations, one fact is clear. These incidents are happening. The surgical precision of the wounds, the complete absence of blood, and the total lack of evidence left behind cannot be brushed aside as coincidence or hoax. Now, whether we point at UFOs, secretive government operations, or forces we haven't yet begun, the mystery remains unsolved, and the questions grow heavier with every new case. Now, this is not speculation. Ranchers, law enforcement, and scientists have documented these mutilations for decades. The patterns are consistent, the damage is inexplicable, and the impact on those who witness it firsthand is undeniable. Now, we owe it to the truth and to the families whose livelihoods are shaken by these events to keep pushing for answers. Now, is this the work of advanced technology, earthly or otherwise? Or are we staring at a puzzle that defies all logic? Maybe. Possible. But these cattle mutilations force us to confront the unknown. They remind us that some phenomena refuse to fit neatly into boxes labeled explained or imagined. Until we solve this, the skies, the fields, and the shadows will keep their grip on the truth. And we will keep searching, questioning, and daring to look beyond what we think we know.
Only the cows know.
That sounds like a song. Only the cows know.
Only the cows know.
Only the cows know.
Look at that.
Look at that.
My gosh, I predicted
You
it.
did, didn't you? 1.5 hours. Pretty good, Jason. Pretty good.
So, what do you think about?
I have a butcher knife that is very high dollar, and it doesn't cut as good as the cuts they find on the cows. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, these things are, I don't know, like scalpel like. But you got to think it's cutting into cowhide, which will actually dull the heck out of a scalpel.
Yeah.
Really quickly. Because cowhide is really thick.
I would think it would be some kind of laser.
Laser beams. Superman. He's got the eyes.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe from Krypton.
Yeah. I'll go with that one. I'll do it. That's all right. Let's do it.
Well, we sure do hope you've enjoyed this cattle mutilization show.
One of these days we'll learn how to say cattle mutilation.
Yeah, but it's
Not today, right?
I like mutilation too. Free
Streaks.
steaks at
Oh.
David and Jason's tomorrow.
Nice. David and Jason aren't going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah, Roy's going to bring them.
Yeah. Even the scalpers we used to remove warts on cows went dull after a couple of cuts. Huh. Dang. That's crazy. Yeah, I know that their hides are very, very thick. And it will dull a blade quick. So
The only thing about the laser I think you would look for would be like burn marks on the hide. I don't know. Because that's exactly what a laser does. It burns. It gets hot, like you said. I don't know.
Only Oscar says makes great purses.
Woo woo.
Good purses, good steaks.
Yeah. Good lingua.
Lingua. Trying to make me hungry, Jason. Tomorrow, where are we going, Jason?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to take a little trip to Pigeon Forge.
We're going to be in Pigeon Forge tomorrow, everybody.
We got to deliver some books that a little shop ordered from us. And you can't remember the name of the shop.
Bigfoot. See, makes me feel bad.
I know it. Me too.
Pretty awesome, though. What's the name of it, Jason?
I'm looking. Bigfoot search gear.
That's it.
Yeah, we're taking them some books that
they ordered.
That they ordered, and
we signed them and everything.
Yes.
So,
and if you want to go to the Bigfoot search gear little shop, it's at 3406 Teaster Lane, Suite A, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Check them out. We're going to tomorrow.
We're going to be there. So we're going to have some fun. They bought a bunch of these books right here, right, Jason?
Yes, they did.
So
you can find our book there.
Yes, you can. If you want a signed copy of our book, they will have it there.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Only Oscar's got a signed copy of our book.
Yeah. Also, we're going to be on May the 3rd at the Bigfoot Festival in Townsend. We'll be there doing live shows. So come on up there and see us. That's on May the 3rd.
Yeah, we'll be doing this live like we did last year.
Yes.
And had a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Had a great time.
Then we'll be going to Gatlinburg for the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference. That's in July.
It's like the 20-something.
27th, I believe.
Yeah.
But we're going to be there set up. Come see us. We'll have some books and we'll have shirts, and we love to hear all the stories that you guys have.
Yeah. Stories are great. That's what it is. It's just great. And then we're going to be in the Upper Cumberland Bigfoot Festival.
Yes.
And that's
the 26th is the conference in Gatlinburg.
26th. Awesome. Thank you, Shell.
Yes.
And then we're going to be in the Upper Cumberland Bigfoot. When is that?
It's in October. I'm not sure of the
date.
Well,
in October 10th, we're also going to be
at
the Knoxville Library again, doing another 2-hour talk. So they liked us so much that they said, hey, before we even left, will you please come back? So that makes us feel good.
Yes, it does.
So come down and join us for sure on this next one, because we had fun, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was a blast. We got to talk about ghost and ghost hunting, and everybody got to look at all of our equipment. Have you looked into what's happening to the bees? What's happening to the bees?
I haven't heard anything.
I have not.
We'll have to check that
Discovery
out.
says that they used to butcher and process their own beef. and other pollinators. Wonder if it has anything to do with all this, GMO stuff.
Maybe.
Or the herbicides that they're throwing on everything. Roy says people always ask him to come back, then they move before he can.
He's just full of it, ain't he?
He is. I think he should have been a comedian.
Yes.
What do you think?
So,
remember, you can find us at paranormal411.org, Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. Tune in live every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. Also from Saturdays from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. Remember, Saturday nights at 10 to 11. If you're in the metro Atlanta area, you catch us on WDJY FM. That's 99.1 FM. For listeners outside of Atlanta, you can still listen at WDJYFM.com, or you go to paranormal411.org and click the link. We're also on Subspace Radio and all major podcast platforms. Our book, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. That's East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2. It is available on Amazon or at paranormal411.org. Join us. Right, Jason?
yeah, join us.
Join us. Hello. So we're back.
I didn't touch the keyboard or nothing.
Hmm.
I don't know. Sorry about that.
It has its own life. It does what it wants to do. So everybody, have a good night. We will see you later. No sound.
Yeah, it should be coming back.
It might not be on there.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Here,
We'll see you next time.
Have a good night.
In the heart of Madisonville, Tennessee, lies a pizzeria like no other. Step through the door of Legends and Lore Pizzeria and be transported to a realm where paranormal and cryptid encounters along with mouth-watering pizza go hand in hand. Meet Eddie and his crew, who serve up slices of the supernatural along with the best pies in town. With the walls adorned with eerie artifacts, indulge in piping hot slices that melt in your mouth and tease your taste buds. And it's not just the locals who love the incredible pizza. Legends and Lore has been selected as the best pizza joint in all of Monroe County. As lovers of everything pizza and the paranormal, the owners have mastered the art of crafting unforgettable combinations that will leave you wanting more. To stay connected with this mystical eatery, follow Legends and Lore Pizzeria on Facebook, where tales of their latest creations and upcoming specials will be shared. Make sure to browse their custom menu, featuring legendary pizzas like the Chupacabra Ranch and the Exorcist. So, whether you have an appetite for the supernatural or simply seek the best pizza in town, Legends and Lore is the place to be. Come for the unforgettable flavors, stay for the captivating stories, and find yourself in a world where legends and pizza collide.
What if the world we know is merely a fraction of reality? What if there are forces, entities, and phenomena that exist just beyond our comprehension in the shadows of the unknown? Welcome to Paranormal 411, your gateway to the unexplained and the downright chilling.
Get ready to rock with the electrifying sound of Catalyst, a band that's sure to leave you wanting more. With their powerful lyrics and killer riffs, Catalyst is a great sound in the world of rock music. You can listen and find Catalyst on Bandcamp, or go to the link at paranormal411.org and click on their banner.